Hi, my name is Daniela. I'm a real estate agent in Southern California, and this is my experience as a first-time home buyer and some of the mistakes that we did. This was years prior to getting my real estate license. So I do like to use some of this to really educate some of my clients so that they don't make the same mistakes that I did. So a little bit of background. So several years ago, I was house hunting, and so was my brother. And we eventually decided that we were going to combine our pre-approved amounts and get a better place in a better location. So we had our initial consultation with the loan officer months prior. And so by the time we spent months looking for a home, trying to figure out what we wanted, and we eventually found a place that we liked. It was a condo. We actually ended up touring it twice. And so there were a few things that we didn't realize. And again, it's because we had the initial consultation months prior. So we just kind of forgot about it or just weren't aware of it. So the condo itself needed appliances. So we didn't really fully factor how much we were going to be paying for those appliances. We didn't realize how much a fridge would cost, what the washer and dryer cost, and so forth. And we decided to buy an expensive fridge. Looking back, I'm like, we shouldn't have spent what we spent on that fridge. But little things like that. And then we didn't realize certain things when it came to repairs. So we did notice that the carpet was pretty gross. So we were looking to replace it. So we had money saved up for the down payment. And then we had additional savings that were like, okay, we can put that towards some of the repairs, some of the upgrades and the appliances. When it came to, we put in the offer and we actually ended up getting a really good deal on the unit. But we didn't realize that closing costs were included in the down payment. So last minute, kind of mid escrow, we're pulling all of our savings and putting them in so that we can close on the home. I wish looking back, we would have been reminded that the down payment and the closing costs are separate. And then really going through and looking at what the monthly payment consisted of. So it's your mortgage payment, and then it typically includes property taxes, and then if you have if you're putting less than 20% down, then you have the PMI, the private mortgage insurance. So you have that, and then in addition you also have HOA costs, either if your home is in HOA. So we knew the HOA, and we knew the HOA was high, but you're also pretty close to the beach, so they tend to have a higher HOA fee monthly. But it also includes, just because you're closer to the beach, they're typically in that flood zone. It varies, but so it's a little bit higher. And we didn't realize how that was going to impact us, because pretty much we were there for almost 6 years. So almost every year they ended up increasing the HOA fee for whatever reason. So that was that, but we also didn't really do as much research on the HOA docs. So you are reviewing during escrow, you're reviewing the seller's documents and you're reviewing the HOA docs, but we didn't really review them. I mean, you can just sign off, but we didn't really read them. So they were pretty strict. So one of the things that they were really strict about was like moving in, moving out, and there was a cost associated with that, and you had to notify them so that they can pad the elevator. We got in trouble for scheduling deliveries when it came to delivering furniture and delivering appliances because we didn't notify the HOA. We also got in trouble several times for the dogs. They were just not the biggest pet friendly HOA. But one of the good things that we really did was bought based off location. So again, it's less than 2 blocks from the ocean. So it's in a great location. And we ended up upgrading the floors and repainting. So it's a great area to be in. Anywhere, typically, if you buy near the ocean, you'll get your money back. And a lot of people don't look at the long-term equity when it comes to buying real estate, especially when it comes to location. So again, location really matters. So whether you're buying in a highly desirable location, if you're buying next to great schools, that will help you in the long term, rather than buying something and you pay a little bit less, but it's not in the most desirable location, not make as much money if you were to sell compared to buying in a great school district or in a desirable location. So just something to think about. And again, if you have pets, something to really think about, because not every HOA is as pet friendly, especially if you're buying in a condo as opposed to a single family residence. Like I mentioned, we held this property for just under 6 years and then sold. And we sold during the seller's market, so we definitely made a nice profit. So I have also my personal experience as being a seller, not just a first-time home buyer, but also a seller. So I like to bring that in as an added value when it comes to working with people buying, selling, and investing in real estate. Another thing people don't look at is what they plan to do with the property long term. So I know a lot of people are potentially interested in investment properties. And if, depending on their circumstances, instead of buying a condo or a single family residence, maybe looking into a multi-unit, whether it's anywhere from 2 to 4 units, you can still get a residential loan. Anything more than 5 units and above, it's a commercial loan. And those have a higher interest rate. But if you're buying a multi-unit for less than 4 units, and if you live in one of the units, you can put 3.5% down. And as long as you live in the unit for at least 1 year, you can get a residential loan on it as your primary residence. So that's something that, if looking back, I wish we probably would have gone that route, and we could have occupied one of the units and then kind of started building our generational wealth through real estate through a multi-unit. So there's so many ways, there's so many creative ways to build generational wealth through real estate. So let me know what your experience was when you bought a home, especially as a first-time home buyer, and comment below any other video ideas that you have. Thank you for watching. My information will be linked below.